I honestly think Shidou Ryusei might have adopted Charles as his new little brother. Meanwhile, Karasu is out here cooking like a professional. What's going on, everyone? My name is Animasu, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Blue Lock's new chapter 252, titled Best Performance. If you guys enjoyed these overviews and would like to support the channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, and feel free to join the community Discord down in the description. Thank you all once again for tuning in, and please enjoy today's chapter. Blue Lock chapter 252 starts off with the intro text saying, Hiori perfectly reads Rin's intentions and swoops in to make the block. With the game getting more chaotic by the second, who will emerge as the frontrunner for this game's protagonist? Just as the intro text reminded us, this chapter starts off with us seeing Hiori landing back down from his last second block. Rin is still coming down from the air, and even Kaiser is still lifting himself up from the ground. Ryusei, as always, screams out for his team to focus on the loose ball. Ness is shown to be frustrated by this, and Isagi is just smiling while calling Hiori amazing. With Hiori then posting up like Spider-Man while staring up at the ball, Isagi is monologuing in his head on how Hiori read everything perfectly. He literally anticipated the exact scenario where Rin would go out of his way to embarrass Isagi and win, which allowed him to run to the shot course without wasting a moment. Isagi knows that Hiori shares the same vision and image of the field as him, which is exactly why he is able to provide such effective help here while moving with efficiency. Thinking back on Ryuichi's duel with Zantetsu, Kunigami's deflection, and Karasu and Nanase's efforts against Kaiser, Isagi can only smile wide as he's realized now, it's not just Hiori, but all 22 players on this field are giving it their absolute all. From the start of this game, the intensity has been cranked to 100%, which has led Isagi to believe that this match will more than likely be the best 11v11 he's ever experienced. As Karasu can be seen chest trapping the ball here, Ness and Hiori are also shown sprinting towards him in the background. With a grin on his face, Karasu immediately says hello to Hiori, pointing out that he's gotten a lot more aggressive since the last time they've met. With Hiori attempting to hold back Karasu, he asks if he hates that he's changed, which is not at all what he meant there. Karasu actually clarifies that he isn't upset with this in the slightest, he just wishes Hiori would have realized his true potential sooner. Anyways, Ryuichi comes in clutch for his team once again, screaming out for them to be on high alert for what offense PXG will attack with. Karasu begins to sprint forward while holding off Hiori and with Ness to his right. Meanwhile, Isagi is analyzing and watching this all unfold. In an absolutely stunning metavision panel here, Isagi widens his eyes while attempting to fully read the field of play. As an overhead view of these events are shown, Isagi knows that he must fully utilize his metavision to keep up with every player at 100%. Hiori is even shown at the bottom of the page here looking really pissed off, as Karasu is actually giving him a run for his money here. Quickly shocking everyone though, Karasu then ends up actually sending a backheel pass off instead of dueling with Hiori and Ness. Even Isagi and Rin are shown to be surprised by this, as the two are still fighting shoulder to shoulder. With us then getting a close-up of PXG's master Loki thinking on the bench. He's smirking because right now, with everyone giving all their focus on the situation at the go mouth, this is the perfect moment they've been waiting for. With Karasu smirking and Hiori looking back in terror, it seems as though this backheel pass was actually meant for the 15-year-old prodigy, Charles Chevalier, who can be seen sprinting up here for the pass. With a smile on his face and his snaggletooth fang hanging out, Loki clarifies that this chaotic moment is perfect for the little trickster, to wreak havoc to his heart's content. In other words, Charles is legitimately a 15-year-old Roblox troll who thrives in the environment of chaos and confusion. With Isagi, Hiori, Kunigami, and Ryuichi all watching in horror, they have just now made the realization that Charles is wide open. They had all been too focused on themselves and reading the situation that none of them remembered to keep track of Charles like they planned to. With him pulling back his leg, he realizes that this is the exact moment he wants to act amidst this chaotic state of play. They can't even confidently confirm if he's shooting or passing at first, which just shows that there's levels to this metavision prowess. We even get a close-up of Charles here activating his very own metavision eyes, which happens to look very unique, unlike even Reo or Isagi's. Do you guys think that the different patterns of metavision actually indicate something different between them, or is there really no depth to it and it's just for cool designs? Anyways, Charles then goes on to thread a straight line pass right in between Kiora and another defender, with his target seeming to be itoshi Rin. While Isagi is confident in this and holding off Rin, Kaiser and Ness can also be seen lurking in the background here. Isagi then is left watching in awe, as instead of coming to itoshi Rin, the pass Charles sent actually curves right over their head and continues on. This is because Charles delicately put a backspin on this pass, making it all the more confusing to read. With both Isagi and Rin turning their heads in confusion, it seems to be a long feed pass from over 30 meters. Isagi using his metavision did not envision this outcome at all, and can't even tell who this pass is meant for. With the ball approaching even closer, the next page here shows us Shidou Ryusei up close, hauling absolute ass down the field. There's literal steam coming off of this man from how hard he's pushing it. Meanwhile, Isagi and Rain are just stuck watching from the background. As we then see Isagi with a panicked face, he realizes that Shidou was the only one to react by full sprinting up the field. It doesn't seem like they're communicating or this is pre-planned, and to make it even worse, Shidou isn't even looking at the ball, nor anywhere near it. He's just putting his full effort into sprinting towards where he thinks it will land, placing his full faith in Charles' pass to arrive properly. Charles first of all seems surprised by someone even arriving at where he sent the pass, but he's still excited nonetheless. Shidou on the other hand is just surprised that this pass is coming to exactly where he wants it, even though they didn't plan this nor communicate beforehand. Isagi finally realizes here that there's no secret way they're communicating, but rather this is the result of both players seeking their absolute best plays. Just as Hiori and Isagi did last game for the win against Ubers, Shidou and Charles are executing this impressive play as reflex reaction. As Shidou takes one more step forward, the ball is just right above him in the air as Gagamaru prepares himself. Leaping forward for a diving header, Shidou Ryusei has now entered the flow state as he makes contact with his head to the ball. His dark aura wings make it look like he's gliding through the air, accompanied by his whited out eyes and tensed muscles. This was a chemical reaction between Shidou Ryusei and Charles, which came from the clashing and combining of their winning visions. Gagamaru does attempt to dive and save this, however the ball easily passes into the net, with a dragon-like aura carrying it in its mouth. Shidou just looks so majestic here while flying through the air, and the power behind the shot makes it even more impressive. PXG has now put up the first point on the board, making this game 1-0 in their favor only 4 chapters into the game. Isagi here is looking along with a serious expression as he understands that goals will only be produced in this game from the collision of players' best performances. The final page here just shows us the updated scorecard, as Shidou and Charles both celebrate with excitement. It seems like Shidou even taught this kid how to speak in emoji for God's sake, which makes me think that Charles really appreciates Shidou's style of play and just personality. Do you guys think that they're friends, or do you think that Charles just gets along with everybody? Anyways, the outro text for today's chapter says, taking advantage of the chaos, Charles gets loose and unleashes a killer pass to Shidou, who fires it into the back of the net to open the scoring. In this unpredictable match, the key to victory is being able to clash and cross the best winning visions they can come up with. I'll be dropping a theory video tomorrow analyzing this chapter a bit deeper, so make sure to comment below any questions or ideas you have. I for one want to know more about Charles and his special metavision eye pattern, but I'm also interested in what will actually take place in the next chapter. Will we get to see Shidou and Charles actually celebrating, or maybe some more interaction between Hiori and Karasu? Anyways, with that being the end of today's chapter overview, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content I push out and would like to support me, please be sure to check that you're subscribed to the channel, commenting below your thoughts, and also check out my community Discord down in the description. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's video, where hopefully we can predict who will score next in this match.